yeah, we are starting over. So let's sell this place and get started. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. So right where we left off in the last episode, we are building a new house today. So if you guys don't remember, this is a quick overview. We tried to build on this lot here between these two buildings in the downtown area, and it was just not working out. So I ultimately just kind of rage quit a little bit and ended up selling the lot to move into this lot here. Now I had a very loose kind of idea of how I wanted this house to look, and rookie mistake, you can already see here, I made this lot huge. I struggled really trying to estimate how much room the furniture items would take up, and I don't know why. I just started with a really large exterior, which I do end up correcting, but the majority of this video is based on this build right here. We end up keeping the whole heart and soul of this place. We just had to go back to the drawing board a little bit. So this whole video is me really just getting used to the build mode in Paralives. Now, like I said, rookie mistake, you can see this is my little sunroom here. Not very little. But I was really trying to get used to the build mode and just kind of experiment a little bit. I am not a builder by any means, and that is very apparent in this video. I did chop down a lot of the footage of where I just kind of was stalling and like trying to look up some inspiration photos and just messing around with some of the tools. So I tried to speed this up as much as possible for you guys so you don't get bored. So here I am trying to figure out how to do the roof. Now, I have been playing The Sims for literally years. Ever since Sims 2, I have never been able to build, especially in The Sims 2. Do not even start with me, okay? That build mode is horrendous. And to The Sims 3, also terrible. I always just would move into all the starter homes. I never built anything original in that game. It wasn't until The Sims 4 that I actually started to build and experiment and have fun with the interior design process. And when I first learned about Paralives, I was very, very excited for the build mode because it seemed like there was a lot of flexibility, and that is apparent with this. When I was in here messing around trying to figure out what everything did, I found so many tools that were very helpful and so many items that I wouldn't have even thought of, but they are so perfect. Like, thank you, Paralives, thank you. Here you can see I am trying to create a little porch situation, and I wasn't having a lot of luck. I really sped this up for you guys and cut out a lot of the struggle, but I ended up doing this cute little porch situation with just a simple stair and some little pillars. I thought turned out really nice. Here I am just readjusting the roof again, but I'm actually quite happy with how it turned out. I was very impressed with myself. And here I am going through the window selection. I love the amount of options there are in this game. I really will say that. I cannot be more happy with the options and the way that you're able to extend the windows and recolor and just the height adjustment and everything. Something that really annoys me about the game that shall not be named anymore is the snap tool. To certain areas, you really have to mess with it to get it just right. And Paralives is a little similar. There does have some moments where it tries to snap to the grid or try to help you out a little bit, but it's not nearly as irritating. It's actually quite helpful in this game, and I love that. So now that I've finished struggling with the outside, we are moving into the inside. I tried to do a floor plan, and this was truly the moment that I realized this home was humongous, and I was quickly running out of money. So I was getting a little scared. Not a little, I was getting very scared. I am already at 9,000 paradigms, and I'm not even close to being done. Here I am trying to kind of figure out the vibe for all the different rooms in the house. So I started with testing all the different wall painting options in each of the rooms to kind of figure out what kind of color scheme I wanted to go for. And this was really me just getting used to the different palettes that are already in the game. Of course, everything is customizable, so you can change the color of anything that you would like. However, I did not want to spend hours doing that, so I did use a lot of the presets, which are already like perfect for me and the kind of warm like earthy tones that I like, so very very convenient for me. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell, like the rooms just feel massive and I was really starting to hate the build, but I just kept trying to see it through at this point. And this is not on the game, this is me, this is fully me. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, and that is very clear. However, I did have a really fun time going through all of the different clutter items and like all the decorative items. I really, really love all of the plants that they have in this game. I think they're very, very pretty. The one thing I cannot wait to see more of is the rugs, which is really funny, but I found myself running out of options, especially for like little entryway mats and stuff like that. I was kind of struggling to find like little cute options or like being able to like resize them to and like have them look the way I want them to look. That was just me, but I can't wait to see what else they add because the items are already so great. I was really just trying to get all like the bare minimums in the room, and I think at a certain point I got very carried away and I wasn't realizing how much all the items in the game cost. I quickly ran out of money, especially with still having to add windows, and I wanted to add curtains, and like I said, all those decorative items are just so cute to not keep adding into your rooms. So I definitely fell down a very very slippery slope here. Definitely got carried away and I lost the plot. Originally, I was like, okay, they're just getting beds and then I'm gonna move on to the other bathroom, I'm gonna move on to the kitchen. And no, I got caught up in all the little details of it, and that is very easy to do in this game. So, fair warning, if you are gonna plan to build something, set aside a lot of time. You're gonna need it, trust me. Like, here I am again going through all the items, like thinking like, what else can I put in this room? And then I found this cute little welcome mat, even though it says leave. So you can change the text on these, so I did go ahead and put welcome on there. I thought that was really cute, so I went ahead and started adding in these other items, and this is where my money just disappears. Like, I did not take into account how much anything was costing me, but I was really, really trying to make this floor plan work. And ultimately, you guys, it just was not working. I was really disappointed with the way that it was starting to turn out. And I was really feeling defeated, especially now being at like 3,000 paradigms. I really did not know what I was going to do. And that is ultimately where I ended the build for this because I ran out of money. I was actually flabbergasted. I was like, where did all the money go? Like, where did it go? And even watching this like speed build back, like all the way unedited version, like slowed down, I'm still like, how much did that cost? Wait, why did all my money disappear? Like, I really don't know, you guys. It was so funny to me. Like, in the moment, I was so confused. I was like, I swear I just had like 18,000 paradigms and now I'm over here less than 1,000. Like, what happened? So I did stop building and I kind of just sat on this build for a minute because, like I said, I wasn't completely happy with it. I spent a lot of time on it. I thought, you know, it was going in a good direction. I thought I knew like what I was doing. No. No, I did not. So I actually went ahead and went back into Paralives and I bulldozed the whole lot. So everything you're seeing is the original build because I wanted to share with you guys the first thing I ever built in Paralives, and this is it. I greatly overestimated how much room I would need. Everything was just not proportional at all. I had way too much space to work with and not enough money. So yes, ultimately I went in and I bulldozed the lot. I did not have the same amount of money I started with, so I will be honest, I cheated. I gave myself back like the 32,000 paradigms I had when I first started the build, and I worked with that. And I worked with that up until I wanted to add more decorative items and clutter to the home. So this home is a little bit more than a starter, but I really wanted to have a home that I'm proud of and that I really feel comfortable playing in. So for that reason, I went ahead and started over and gave myself some money, got in there, really got into it, did it off camera just so that I didn't feel like I was being rushed or that I needed to get this done. You know, like there's just a certain amount of pressure when I'm recording and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's been 2 hours. So I just kind of let myself get lost in it. And I'm going to insert that footage right now of me doing like a whole live tour of the new and updated version. But this really quick right here, what you're seeing is my first home I've ever built in Paralives. And I was proud of her for a moment, but I really wanted to start over and give it another shot before we start our playthrough. So I hope you loved her as much as I did, but we are gonna do a house reveal of our final version, which I think is so much better. And yeah, I'll let the other me take it from here. Okay, friends, so we are in real time looking at the build. So I did adjust a few things here. We started over from scratch because I wanted the home to be fully functional and appropriate size for the both of them. Just starting out, I wanted to give you a new overview of the home. So I stayed with the similar style and similar layout, but I wanted to show you guys the inside. So, are we ready? It is fully furnished this time, and the floor plan is a little bit smaller. Oh my goodness, you guys, this was a process. So, I did keep the same kind of layout, but I completely reimagined the inside. So, I want to take you guys through a little tour. This is the front area here when you walk in. Their living room is very cute and cozy. I wanted it to be kind of the hub of the house. Originally I had the living room idea to be on this side, and just with the layout of everything I knew that wasn't gonna work. So their living room is kind of small, but I think it's very cozy. And then I added a little office nook here in the back area, which I thought was really cute. Off to the side here, we have the sunroom. I wanted this to be like a hobby area for them. So I have some fitness stuff for Laura and then some creative items here. I thought maybe Oliver might be into that. So that is the cute little sunroom. I don't know. I just like the idea of having a little room like this for them. Off to this side here, we have the kitchen, which I am obsessed with. I just love the clutter items and the little island idea here. And this window is my favorite to kind of stack little clutter plants into. I am obsessed. Oh, I just realized we are missing a piece here. Okay, there we go. But going back into live mode, however you want to say it. Oh, and the plants are clipping. Okay, if I didn't fix the plants, they were going to bother me. But this is the living room. Very simple. I just added the table with some clutter items here, but nothing on the walls for now. But I wanted to keep it pretty open and spacious here. I just thought it would be nice to have a whole little dining room area. So that is this part of the home. And then if we pop back out into here, we have quite a few doors here. I wanted to show you really quick our laundry room. I just thought this was a cute little idea. Now, I don't believe they can use these, but I don't know. I just thought it'd be cute to include it in the build. So over here to the left, we have Laura's bedroom, which I just really was obsessed with this bed. It was the one that was in the original build. And here's the room furnished. I know it's not a lot. We barely have any money. I did use some cheats to bulldoze the house and get back my original starting amount of money. And then when I looked at the house, I was like, there is no clutter. It doesn't feel cozy. So I cheated a little more money in here because I wanted them to live in a really comfy home. So I'm sorry if I failed you, but I just wanted it to be a cute home. So whatever. Here is the bathroom. Now this one is the main bathroom, so anyone that comes over can use it. This bedroom here, which is Oliver's, does have a little suite here. He has his own bathroom, so I am obsessed with that. But this is the whole house, you guys, fully done. So we have the main kind of area here, kitchen, dining room, and then a little laundry nook here. And we have Laura's room and Oliver's room with 2 bathrooms and a little sunroom. I am obsessed. I really, really am. So yeah, this is the final version of the home. So when we next pick up, we will actually be playing the game. And some time has passed since we last loaded into this game, but I was trying to build and make sure we had a good foundation to start our playthrough on. So we will pick up next time with Oliver and the Laura. I promise we will get into everything, but I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. And yeah, we officially built our first home in Paralives. Isn't that crazy? I am so happy how this turned out. It took a lot of work. I am not a builder whatsoever, so this was a learning curve for sure, but I am obsessed with how it came out. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye!